Ever since Pip and Emma had been put in charge of the Wild Nor'Wester, the train had been achieving trips to London in record time, as there was no longer the need to swap engines at Barrow. The Fat Controller was very proud of them, and the passengers sang their praises. However, like all engines, there would be times when they couldn't take the train. One morning, the Fat Controller decided to speak to Gordon about this.
Gordon, Pip and Emma are due to go to the works tomorrow for an inspection. Would you like to take the express tomorrow? Gordon thought for a moment. He relished the chance to take the express again. Wait a minute, sir. Doesn't this mean we would have to swap with another engine at Barrow?
Yes, Gordon. I would need to arrange with a diesel from the other railway to take the train from there. But it will only be a temporary measure. If all goes well, Pip and Emma should be back in service the following day.
Gordon thought for a moment. The word diesel resonated in his mind. He carefully considered what Pip and Emma had managed to achieve without the need to swap engines. Actually, with all due respect, sir, I have an idea. Why not let Bear take the express to London? I'm confident he can manage. Are you sure about this, Gordon? I thought you would like a chance to take the express again. Yes, sir, I am. I have taken the express for many years, but I know my limits. Pip and Emma have managed to run a faster service than any of us dared to imagine. Bear might not be as fast as them, but he won't need to swap a barrel either. Well, Gordon, if you're sure, I shall speak to Bear. Will you be able to do his work while he's away? No problem at all, sir. I'll happily stand in for Bear.
Later that day, Gordon was being prepared for his afternoon local when Bear arrived in the yard. Bear had been told everything by the Fat Controller. He really didn't know what to think.
I know I used to share the express with you, Harry and James, but going to London would be an incredible journey. Look, Gordon, I just don't know if I can. What made you think this would be a good idea? The Fat Controller appointed Pip and Emma to run a faster service to London. If any one of us has a chance of getting the express to London, it's you. You are a proper express engine. The Fat Controller would not have given you the honour for no reason. You can do it, Bear. I went to London once many years ago, but nowadays, it would be very difficult to top up on coal and water. I could never do that again. Are you saying you took the express the whole way to London before? Up until Pip and Emma came, I didn't think any of us did. We always swapped at Barrow. Oh, indeed I did. The engine that was to take the express came off the rails and I took the train on. I shall tell you more about it sometime. Goodbye, Bear. I must get going. You'll need a rest for your long journey tomorrow. I won't let you down, Gordon. Please tell me when you get the chance.
That night in the shed, Bear was telling the others all about taking the express to London tomorrow.
It has been many years since I've been to London. Before I came to Sodor, I used to take trains from Paddington Station.
You used to work at Paddington Station? I didn't know that. I used to work there myself back in the day.
Oh yes, I worked in the Western region. Sometimes I even took express trains to Swansea.
Did you hear all that, Gordon? He used to take trains from Paddington.
Oh, don't start that again.
Then Gordon and Doug laughed, much to Bear's confusion.
Oh, Gordon. If only you had two tenders like Flying Scotsmen.
You might have been able to make the round trip to London, or 6 like you. Perhaps I could borrow one of yours.
Henry snorted. He didn't like being reminded of the time Doc had tricked him. Doc and Gordon roared into more laughter.
Bear was left with more questions. He really wanted to know more about the time Gordon went to London. But the engines seemed determined to make fun of each other. Bear thought it would be best to rest for the night. He had a long journey ahead. The next morning, Bear brought his coaches to the platform. The engines had all said goodbye to him at the shed and wished him the best of luck before they went about their work. Normally Bear would pass no remark in the rain, but on this occasion, it wasn't helping his mood. Bear felt dreadfully nervous, but tried to be brave as the passengers boarded.
Alright, this is it. Gordon, I promise I will get the train to London.
Moments before the guard blew his whistle, Bear noticed the rain was starting to die down. As he did, he reflected on Gordon's words from the day before. He now felt a lot better. With renewed determination, Bear soon got the express into motion. There was nothing for it now, but to get to London. Despite the bad start to the morning, Bear was having a wonderful time. The express was going well. However, Bear couldn't know that the weather clearing up would work against him by the time he reached Gordon's Hill. At the best of times, even the most experienced engines could sometimes find this hill to be treacherous. Today, parts of the track had a buildup of iron oxide and debris because of a goods train from the mainland ascending the hill earlier on. The train was very heavy, and they requested a banker before making the attempt. The iron oxide and worn debris had mixed in with the previous rainfall to form a paste. Without the rain to wash this away, it stayed on the track. It wouldn't be long till Bear reached Gordon's Hill. When Bear began to climb the hill, he was already feeling the strain of the heavy coaches. Due to the pace that had settled on the track, Bear found his wheels spinning fiercely as they struggled to grip the rails. Bear soon found himself grinding to a halt. Bear tried desperately hard to get the train moving again. He even gave a mighty roar of his engine, but it was no good. He couldn't get up the hill without help.
What am I meant to do? We'll never get to London now.
Nonsense! You're being too hard on yourself. The hill is slippy today. There's nothing you could do about that. We just need a banker. Bear soon brought the train down the hill. The driver had contacted control to arrange for a banker. Once the word went through to Edward's station, Donald, who was helping Edward with the shunting in the yard, set off right away to help. Dinna fuss yourself. I'll soon get you moving again.
Thank you so much. If it were Pip or Emma, they never would have needed a back engine. I've never seen them get stuck on a hill. I'll never be like them.
Now you listen here, laddie. Your diesels are never without a back engine. Ye can nae forget. They always work together.
Right you are. I'm ready.
Nae time at all, laddie. Let's Let's get going! After making the final stop on Sodor, Bear had crossed over to England and was now approaching Barrow. As he arrived at the station, out of habit, he nearly expected to be uncoupled from the train, but then he quickly remembered there would be no engine taking over the train this time. It was all up to him, and besides, it would allow him to make up for lost time. Almost before Bear realized, the signal dropped and the guard blew his whistle. Bear would now be going further than he ever had before with the Wild Nor'Wester. London awaited. It had been a long journey, but Bear had triumphed. He finally reached London. Bear had even managed to gain back some of the lost time from Gordon's Hill. Although Bear couldn't go as fast as Pip and Emma, he knew that Gordon and the Fat Controller would be very proud of him indeed. Bear had a splendid time in London, but he was looking forward to getting home for a well-earned rest. The Fat Controller and Gordon praised him for a job well done. Pip and Emma were soon back in service. They too had heard about Bear and congratulated him when they next saw him. As Gordon had once promised, he eventually got round to telling Bear about the time he went to London. Bear now understood why he and Duck had laughed the other night and couldn't help but laugh himself. Just then, Pip and Emma thundered through. Would you fancy doing that every day? You know what, Gordon? I enjoyed every moment. But as the Fat Controller has said many times, I'm versatile. And if I'm honest, so are you. You did, after all, manage my trains the other day. I could never go as fast as them, but they couldn't help with all my work either. If ever the Fat Controller needed me, I will be there to help with the express to London, or any train for that matter. I have to admire them though. Taking that train every day to London isn't easy. You and I would know exactly what taking that train entails. Gordon could only agree.